Now, I'm going to show you some things that my sponsor has made. One of the things was a funnel. And, you're seeing this all the time on the internet, the $5 funnel, or, get your own funnel, and this, you'll really get a lot of business because it goes down in layers and all the rest of this stuff. Well, yeah, funnels work. That's no doubt about that. But you've got to have people like putting in, the traffic through it. So basically, we've created the sites, we've done the pages, we've done all the rest of that stuff. Now's the time that we're going to really start to push the funnel, and we're going to show you what that all means. All right. So we've got two sites or two pages besides our main team build, and the first one is this one here. It's just www.321easy.com. And you see these all the time on the internet, and they're great to have because people enter their name to get more information, etc. You get a record of that, you get a contact. Now, so far, the ones that have used these, they've been real people, and it hasn't been a bunch of fake names, fake numbers, all the rest of that stuff. So that's pretty good. That's pretty exciting. Just before the webinar, I had another lady call, and hi, are you David Locke? Yeah, I am. Okay. And she wanted to know about this other program, and that she signed up for, and it wasn't going too fast. I says, what about Four Corners? And so she listened, and I said, we have lots of people that want to PIFF, so why don't you take a spot anyway? Because you seem to be pretty down about all the programs. And of course, anybody that's been around the internet for a long time, they've been tainted a little bit. They've lost money, or they just didn't, whatever was promised never happened, etc. So while we're telling you about this, you'll see that it's very solid in what we're trying to do here, and what we know will accomplish along the way will be great for everybody, not just for the people that sit up near the top. So the other one we have here is www.piff321easy.com. Now, this is the one that's getting some responses to, and basically we just said we have 11 spots right now. Act fast to claim yours. We just say we have 11 spots. We have more than 11 spots, and we have more members that are willing to PIFF people in. That's great. A lot of people, first response is that, oh, I don't recruit well. Okay, no, that's not for me, because if I have to recruit, well, listen, I'm the first to admit that the numbers speak for themselves. I'm always math related, and they say that 2.2 people is what the average person on the internet will recruit to a program. 2.2. That's it. Well, we're not asking you to go get 2 and get them to get 2 and whatever. But what we're doing here, we're showing you the worth, so to speak, of getting some direct referrals right under you, so you'll get the 100% matching bonuses or matching checks. That's what the key is to this whole program. And no, you don't have to go out and recruit. All you need is warm bodies. Now, it can be your sister, brother, uncle, grandmother, the guy who serves at the coffee shop, the grocery store. It can be anybody that's got a warm body. Now, of course, we talk about, and I'm going to get there in just one sec here, about getting 4 people. But I'm going to talk about that in a sec. But I can get, probably talk to my upline about getting the same pages with your name and everything on there, so you can, do this and just send it to however you send it. I'm on a couple of other programs. You get lots of advertising credits. I just use those credits. Okay, I want to just go over a short PowerPoint here that was made up. Now, you'll see this on the internet too sometimes, depending where you are. Now, Frank Calabro Jr., he's the #1 top personal recruiter or direct recruiter. In other words, he's got like 690, I think it is, referrals. He does this video, and it's a little bent, okay, because he makes it sound like certain things are going to happen, and it's a stretch of the imagination. So I want to correct that, and I want to make sure that everybody knows what's happening. Okay, so then you're not going to say down the road, well, that's not what it was supposed to be, and that. So I want to make sure everybody understands it 100%. Now, we're going to start off that everybody says, you know, whenever you're talking to Matrix or whatnot, they want to know, is it legit, legal, ethical, and real? Well, yes, it is. And you're turning a one-time purchase of less than $20 out of pocket into 10, 30, and even 100K in the next 6 to 12 weeks. Well, 6 to 12 weeks, we're going to erase that line because we're not going to put pressure on everybody. If we were hard-nosed and we only took people that we're going to recruit and push them and everything, and whip them and do whatever it takes, yeah, they might be able to happen in 6 to 12 weeks. My sponsor has a program, a way to do it, where he wants this done in 6 days. Well, yeah, it's 6 days in a perfect world if everybody does what they're supposed to do, but that's all right. We don't want to put pressure on anybody here. We just want you to see the big picture. You'll do it yourself once you see the big picture. Now, it's only $18 one-time cost, and it's either you pay the $18 or you have somebody piff you in, and people will pay your way in, or you've paid for people's way in, etc. It has 5 income streams. It's worldwide. It pays weekly, and this is the best part. It has financial literacy products. Okay, you can see that right down here, financial literacy products. And why that is important, the SEC, or Security Exchange Commission, they're the ones that regulate these type of programs. And they're looking for, you know, somebody is trying to scam, unrealistic returns. If you put your money out, you need to get something right away for it. And that's what the key is. They've got it all perfect in here. And so they're not going to be bothered. This is going to be around for a really long time. It's already been around since last year, and I think about April of last year, this has been around. I kept seeing it, but it wasn't until we really took a look at it, and I stopped, and they said, well, wait a minute now, we can make this really rock, and this is the way we're going to do it. So that's thus that the team build was born. Now, these products, the literacy products, the financial ones, you know, they're topics that everybody wants to read about. Who doesn't have problems managing your personal finances? It tells you about investing intelligently, real estate investing. Now, how many people have sat there, and you might have your own house, and then you read about all these people that, you know, oh, I just bought a house with no money down. Okay, and then they flipped it and they made like 10 grand, or I did this, or, you know, and you go, oh, how do they do that? You know, I'd really like to know. Anyways, it tells you about that. And retirement planning, there's a lot of us on here that are right at that age, and, you know, we're always looking for different income streams. This is a really hot topic here, buying gold and silver. Really hot topic. There's so many different programs out there because there's so much information about supposedly the dollar collapse. Now, I don't have to tell you that that's been going on for a long time. And, you know, and everybody says, well, if it was basically so desperate that we were looking that this was going to, dollar was going to collapse on us, or this world thing was going to happen, why is it up at, like, to the Canadian dollar 1.24? And why is it that strong? Well, you know, I'm telling you right now that a lot of things happen very quickly, okay, and can happen very quickly. So, but anyway, they're always saying 15% of your income should be going to purchasing gold and silver in case the worst happens. because the dollar, if it collapses, then there won't be a dollar bill anymore. There might be a world currency, etc., but that might be a problem. So you go ahead and you buy gold and silver, and you don't buy the huge, like, 10-ounce bricks and all the rest of this stuff, because you can't cut it or shave it and say, oh, I'm buying groceries here, just take this. So you get them in little wee gram denominations. Silver coins prior 1966. You get dime quarters, halves, dollars. That's the kind of thing that's going to, help you get along and help you to get the things that you need when people are trying to bring a wheelbarrow of paper money, okay, to the store. Anyways, it talks about that too. Now, the literacy products, you can see them here. There's all kinds of things. There's credit card debt, intelligent investor. There's a lot more than this, which we're going to go over. We also have the matrix and talking about income 1 and 2, then there's income 3 and 4, and then there's a 5th income stream. But this one here is the main income stream. Now, I'm going to use a calculator that my upline built on an Excel sheet to show you a little better than what this is. I mean, this is fine. I think I found some math problems in here, but I know that my uplines one works pretty good. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do here, instead of having 4, I'm just going to put a 0. All right. So when you start this, let's just say that you're saying, I can't do anything and I don't like to recruit, but I'll take a position. All right, somebody can piff me in, or I'll just pay $18 and that's as far as I want to go. Well, it might get a little slow as the thing fills up and whatnot, but eventually you'll be making some money, and overall, once your matrix is full, you can receive $559,824. All right, and that's pretty good money by anybody's means. So even if it took you a year to fulfill this, all right, that would be pretty good. Now, even if you got to the 4th row here, and the total number of people was 340, that's even more realistic, isn't it? And you would collect like $6,864 here. Okay, now even if you just got $4 for it, because when somebody pays the first $18, $10 of it, or $8 goes for the admin, and $10 buys your first financial lesson. Now, when your first financial lesson at $10 gets bought, you get paid $4. Okay? Now, then when there's 4 people, okay? Number of members is 4 people that needs to fill your first line. Once you have 3 people in here, that's $12. They'll go ahead and they'll give you your next financial lesson and take $10 out of your balance. Okay, that's on automatic payout, okay, or automatic purchase. So you're now at level 2. Now, what happens now at 16, by the time that you get another 6, plus the $2 that was left over, you've got $26 now, and they'll take that for the 3rd financial lesson, and now you're a number 3. And then again, as you're going along here, there's 64 people in here, and you need roughly, what is it, about 15 people, and then you've got $60, then they'll make you a number 4. Now, $6,864 isn't too bad. Okay, now, but that's basically the numbers once the rows are filled, and everybody on those rows are the number of that row. Okay, so in financial lesson 2, as soon as 16 people are in number 2, then you're going to have a total of $64. All right, when everybody's whenever 64 people have paid the $25 or made the $25 to become threes, all right, that's 64 people. You get $10 commission. Now you got $640. And again, if everybody that's in here as they're making, and they make the $60 and they're made a number 4, well, when 256 people have achieved a number 4, okay, then they get $6,144. And that's basically the way it works for the first 4 rows. Add it up, and it's $6,864. Now, that's not bad. You know, most people that have had bad luck, let's say, on the internet, and they've lost money, all of a sudden have in their hand $6,864, they're really happy. I mean, they're doing cartwheels all over the place. It doesn't matter if that's all that came in a year. What does $6,800 buy? That buys a lot. It pays some bills. You can, it pays for some car payments, a vacation. You know, it does a lot of things. It pays for maybe what everybody loves doing, going to the dentist and getting your teeth fixed. Joy, not. But that's another example of all the things that these little income streams can do for you. Now, what happens when right here on the first row, you learn about the 100% match, okay? 100% check match here. You learn about that. So, okay, and then it says you need 4 people on the first row. Now, what if you made those first 4 people your direct referral? So if you got 4 of your friends, 4 of your family, 4 buddies down at the coffee shop, whatever it was, and you said, guys, today's your lucky day, or gals, I'm going to pay $18 for each one of you to get in, and you're underneath me in this program called Four Corners Alliance Group. And everybody's, oh, don't get me in that, and boo, boo, boo. No, it's really good, really, really, and you're trying to convince them whatnot. Just say, okay, listen, don't worry about it. I'm going to put you in there, and I'm going to pay your way. You just have to go and fill in, you know, the sign-up sheet and whatnot, and it's all done. So you end up doing that, and you have 4 direct referrals. Okay, we come along, and we start helping to fill all these spots in here. Okay, all the spots here on the first 4 rows. All right. Now, the goal that we have is that what I saw right away, because I'm a trader and have been for 25 years, I've learned about leveraging money. Okay. For those who don't know what leveraging money is, it means you're taking a bit of money that you have and somebody is going to give you a lot more money to work with that money. Okay, so in the case of trading, you might put $1,000 in, but it allows you to have like $10,000 of basically leverage, 10,000 money that you're using their money, so you can make your money quicker. Okay, when you're trading, etc. This way, in leveraging your money, is that you're starting with $18. But as people drop into your matrix and you're making this money, you can take this money and you can leverage it to get more direct referrals in here to fill up your lines. Now that doesn't come, that's, you know, you can't look at it as, yeah, but I just earned that and it's my money and blah, blah. No, just, you know, take your $18 back if that's what you have, or take your 18 plus your 72 because you put 4 people in. Now you've broken even. You've got your principal back. Now, how could you ever complain in a program if you have your principal back? Okay, you can't, because you didn't get hurt. You know, no harm, no foul, and that's a good thing. All right, to say, okay, I've got my money out of here. I got it back, and now I'm cruising forward, and now it's time to make some money. So. And that won't take very long. Now, what happens as you get to the 3rd row? Okay, now and you start to make this kind of money. But how can you leverage this money? You can leverage the money because you've taken your $72 and you put for your buddies in. Okay, so we go up here and I click on this and we put a 4. Okay, now what happens to this fourth row? You earn a 100% matching bonus on everything that your first row of 4 direct referrals make. Okay, so when your 4 direct referrals, each of them get their 4 people, okay, you're going to get direct matching bonuses. Second line, third line, fourth line. So you have 4. 4 times 16, okay, is $64. Plus your 16, that makes $80. 64 times 4, okay, is $256. Plus the 64, there's 320 total. And you can see by the end of the fourth row, instead of just 6,144, we now have a total of $34,320. Okay, that sounds all good, doesn't it? But here's how we're looking at it. To get that, first of all, everybody on your second row has to be at least a 2. Everybody on your third has to be a 3. Everybody on your 4 has to be a 4, etc. So as you're going through this, you're eventually, everybody's going to be a 4 in these first 4 rows. And how are they going to do that? Because right at this point here, in the second row, we can go out and we can buy, you know, the $25, and we can buy the $60. Okay, because we're going to have a total here that we're working with of $320. Now, even if we fell just a tad short, which we wouldn't fall tad short here, and we ended up, you know, we're now at number 3, then we're at number 4. When everybody's a 4, that's when you get all these matching bonuses in here. Okay, so you're going to end up with $34,320. Now, let's say you're not. Okay, and I'm the top of the team build. Okay, team spirit up, and through everybody bringing people in, etc. And everybody's a number 3 on here, all 64 people. I'm going to get $2,560 plus my $640, because I'm getting a matching bonus on my 4 front people, and I'm going to pick up $3,200 there. Now, from this $3,200, do I want to put that in my pocket and say, oh, thanks for the ride, guys, I'm going to bail out here and I'm going to run with this $3,000 or $3,200? No, because that's leaving tons of money on the table. So what do I have to do? All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I'm going to take that $3,200. It's going to buy me 177 positions on the 4th row. Now, even if I've got people in there, I still have enough money to get 177 positions. From the commissions on the 177 people, I have enough to put the other 89 people in for a total of 256 people if there's nobody there. What does that do? Everybody above me has gotten people filling in until that whole row there is complete. All right, now, but that's everybody's got those people also in there. They fall below, you get your $4, get your $10, get your $24, whatever it is, as long as the people that are in there are that number of financial lesson 3, 4, etc. All right, now, so what happens after everybody who's 256 people, okay, are number 4? Well, I'm going to get a bonus on all 4 of my personal referrals here for $24,576. Okay, add that together with the 6144. Now I'm at 30,720. Add up the rest of it, and I collected on with 340 people. Okay, whether I brought them in or not. Okay, I have to have my 4 referrals. $34,320. Now that's a far cry more than just having the 6,864. See how much money you're leaving on the table? Okay, pretty close to $28,000 there. Well, it's $27,456. You're leaving on the table by not spending $72. Okay, do you see that? So for the way that I like to put it, for a $100 bill, okay, for a $100 bill, you have yourself one hell of a business that can pocket you at the very end of the rainbow $2.8 million. But even if we're just taking to the fourth row, 34,320. That's not bad. Now, what can you do with 34,320? We already taught what could you do with $6,800. But what about $34,000? Well, you can buy yourself a new car. You could go on a couple of vacations. Now, you might have one of your children going to university and you need 17 grand or something to pay tuition. You know, there's lots of things that you can do with it. Okay, are we going to do that? Okay, with the team bill? No, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do next, the next step, okay, the next step here is to take the money from the fourth row, 34,320, or even just the 30,720, and we have enough, we can buy all 1,024 positions. It's going to be about $18,200. Okay, we can buy that. Now, what happens next? Okay, so everybody here, though, before we get this 61,440, they have to be number fives. Okay, so everybody's got to be a number 5. How does that happen? That happens when the auto purchase buys level 5 at $150. Okay, now where does that come from? You can back up here to the third row even. At $640 earnings without matching bonuses, there's enough there on the plate, okay, to buy your 150 and your 300. So that's going to be 450, okay, add the 60, okay, so that's going to be 450 plus 60, it's going to be 510, right? Well, you've got 640 there. That more than covers it right to the 6th position. All right, so now you're number 6. Everybody's a number 6 now, okay, because as you finish this part and get your 640, and you're going to have enough to buy now all 6 lessons, making you a number 6. Okay, now as number 5s and 6s start filling in here, when they're all 5s, that's when you're going to get 61,440. Okay, now, but you still have these 4 personal referrals. All right, so you get matching bonuses on them, and that's another $245,000. That's $307,200. Okay, so that's the power of this number 4 here. So for a $100 bill, okay, which you got back right up in here, okay, now you're not leaving $307,000 on the table. You're actually going to pick up that $307,000. All right, and from that, you need $73,000 if there was nobody there in the 6th row to buy 4,096 pay it forward positions. All right, people say to me all the time, well, Dave, where are you going to get the people? They have to be just warm bodies with, if they had $100, would all help, because if they bought their 4 and everybody caught the big plan and bought the 4 as my first 4 direct referrals, and down in the second row, third row, they get it, right? They plan to put their money back in, because you're giving money to make money. That's leveraging. Okay, you're giving money back to make more money, and this is an endless stream. This is what's so exciting about it. It's an endless stream of money. All right. So even when you fill this whole matrix up with 5,460 people, it totals about $98,000. But and they'll all earn their literacy lessons, all becoming sixes, there's your final total. Is it worth the 98,000? You bet it's worth that 98,000 because you're at $2.8 million now. That's what's so exciting about this. Okay? So people are going to say, next question always comes, well, Dave, you know, if I'm a 1 down here, I just came in and the only spot available, because it goes top to bottom, left to right. So if the only spot available is on the 6th row, and you're almost filled your 6th row, what am I going to do? How am I going to get any more? Well, it doesn't end there. It's a bottomless pit. When you start making this kind of money, anywhere from the 3rd row on, the snowball's rolling down the hill. Okay, it's unstoppable. All right, and you just get to, you use this money. See, there's the difference between somebody who understands business and somebody who doesn't understand business, wants to pocket the money right away and not use it to build. How much more you think you're going to get? If you're willing to put some in there to build, all right, then that's when, oh, excuse me, that is when it's going to really pay off for you, right? Okay, so when you're down here and you finish the 6th row, okay, you can start working on the 7th row, etc. But let me back up here a little bit, okay? I'm just going to stick with the 4th row, okay? Let's say I came in here and, you know, not many people were coming in. And I decided that I had to pay the 256 people in. I have now 256 direct referrals. If I paid all those people in as I went along with this money that I was making. Okay, now as you know, I'm making more money. I'm down on my 5th row already, helping the people that are up in here, all right, to earn the money, which is going to make them the number 3s, the number 4s, etc. And that's just going to keep on rolling. Okay, but what if I have the 256 people? Okay, this is where it blows you out of the water, okay, because this is unlimited. You can make as much as you want. So there's the 256 people. Okay, now let's take a look at the first 4 rows. Because I have 256 people here, that's what I'm going to earn. Okay, when everybody's 4th row is done, okay, because these people coming in here, they need help too to get to the number 4, all right, down below in here. But when they do become 4s and all those 256 people are 4s, $1,764,000. Okay, we're looking at that amount of people. All right, we're looking at a total of 340 people. We're not looking at 5,460 people. All right, and we're still going to make over $1 million. So we can still put in $764,000 into the company, so to speak, and still come out with $1 million paycheck. Okay, for only 340 people. That's what's so cool about this. All right, and I don't know if you're getting excited about this. This is an ongoing income. When you want the monthly income, Nancy, we get to income stream 3 and 4, which is the newsletter that comes out every month. At the point that you're making this kind of money, well, you don't have to make this kind of money, but as long as you're making money and you want to initiate your matrix for the financial monthly newsletter, it's $29.95, and you start getting monthly residual income up to I think a total of 380,000 a month, and that's month after month, and because they're collecting it from you from the get-go. And I'm going to get there in just a second to show you that. Okay, so anyway, but you can see we're looking here, by the time that a lot of this is all filled up in that, we're looking at like $125 million. $125 million. I mean, that's a boat, a plane, an island. That's 100-ounce bricks of gold, and whatever you want to have. That's a good party. Flying everybody down to an island, whatever. But I'm just saying, these are, this is the type of money that's on the table here. People often say, well, wait, how can a company afford this? Here's the math. All you have to do is to do the math, and you'll get the answer every time. Total amount here, as you can see, is the 6 lessons cost $555. Okay? So you have 555. Okay, that's for all 6 lessons. That's what they take for auto purchase for the lessons. Okay, we have multiply that by 5,460 people. All right. Now, with 5,460 people times that, we are at $3.03 million. All right. So that's on a single matrix. That's not with the bonuses. Okay. So everybody is like an island unto themselves. So that means that everybody who has a matrix, okay, if everybody bought, they would make 3.03 million to help to pay off 559,000. Okay, they're still going to have a couple of mil left, right? So that's amazing. Don't forget too is that for the admin cost on the first 10, they get $8 of that. All right, so if you multiply $8 times the 5,460, there's another $45,000. Okay, but you can see they got plenty of money coming in for that. So if you want to see that it's if you're basically want to look at a number like $125 million and say, well, how am I going to get that? That's because there's 256 matrices that all have bought the $555, all the people in those matrices. All right, that's how they get to, the numbers get astronomical. Now, regardless, if you have nobody, okay, if you have nobody, everybody still has to buy all these, and you'll get 559. But why not take the money off the table, okay, and when we go here and just do the 4, okay, instead of just 559,000 and they keep the other 2.5 million or 2.4 million, why not spend the $72, get your 4 personal referrals, and even a lot of the people that are in the build, they don't believe in that. Okay, they don't believe in piffing people. So they've just gone and approached people, and people are coming in and they're paying their $18. Okay, that's fine. That's great because people lead by example. And if you want to ask somebody to duplicate, then you lead by example. So if you paid the $18 and you get them to pay the $18 and they get their people to pay the $18, that's great. But if you want to lead by example again and you want duplication and you say, have you got a $100 bill? All right, which isn't much. You go for dinner for a family of like 2 adults, 2 kids, and you've spent $100, okay? And you get 4 people in. It just has to be warm bodies. They don't have to be recruiters. The only stipulation, if you're going to pay for 4 people, make sure they got $100 because you need to show them the bigger picture again. Bring them here. We'll give them the bigger picture. Let them watch one of the recordings that we have, and they'll get the picture really quickly. No problem whatsoever to get the picture. Now, what Nancy was talking about, the monthly is income 3 and income 4. You take your matrix, which you filled, okay, and now instead of auto purchase, you got your auto purchase all done, and the monthly newsletter, you click yes, I want it monthly. For the first 4 rows, you get $1 for every person that has clicked it. For the 5th and 6th, you get $2, and for the 7th row, you get $4. All right. Now, if everybody's clicked it and they opt into that, then you can, without a matching bonus of 4 people, you'd still get $76,116 per month residual income. So that's every month that you'd get that. But look what happens when you have 4 referrals. You get $304,000. Add all this together, it's $380,000. All right. I don't like to harp and go back on, in row 5, 6, 7, because if you're getting to row 4 on income stream 1 and 2, 5, 6, and 7 are going to happen for you. That's a no-brainer. It's a done deal because you have enough in those with the 4 people that you can go and buy all the rest of the positions yourself. You can't have those spots in your name, but you just have, now your work becomes advertising to get people saying, I'm giving money away. Come on in. I want to put you into this. Come on in. Come on in. And that's all you have to do. Okay? You can go to church one day and stand up and go testify, right? And everybody turns around because you jumped out of your skin. And all of a sudden, you're telling everybody, come and see me later. I'm going to pay you $18 into a program. I mean, it's a little dramatic, but you can see that, toe to toe, belly to belly, it's not recruiting. All you're saying to a group of people is that, look, I'm giving money away. Would you not want me to give you $18 to get you into a program with a chance of coming away with $2.8 million? Even if you came away with $1,000 from me paying your way in, and then you taking a portion of that and then bringing in 4 people. I mean, come on, people, money makes money, and that's it. And that's not a stipulation for you to get into here. If you just want to come in on a PIF and sit there, fine. Okay? It might take you a little longer than the others, but yeah, you're able to do that. We don't want to turn you away. Okay, but if you want to really be serious about this, and come June, July, when the matrix, we hope to have it full, you're going to wish that you would have had 4 people to start with, because now you would have gotten 100% matching bonuses on everything below you. Okay, as a start, and you don't have to bring them in; they can fall in from anywhere, and as long as they're filling your lines, you get the money. All right. Now the matching bonus is for those who sign them up. All right. So like you get $4, they get $4. You get $10, they get $10. You get $60, they get $60. And that's how it builds up. And that's why they can pay all this, because of the total of $555 for the 6 literacy products. Okay, and everybody will get that taken from you. Now let's go see the new office, because that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Now I've already signed in. When I click something, they probably say, oh, David, we're going to sign you back in, which is cool, so you don't have to go look for your password and stuff. Very nice, very clean, new back office here, okay? And you can see that it's showing, the available balance, the subscription reserve, the pay it forward reserve, and the escrow balance. Let me touch on escrow balance. If you're a 4 and somebody that's below you decides they want to buy the literacy topic books, and they buy them outright before waiting to earn the money, and they become a 5 or a 6, and you're still a 4, well, what happens, because you have an auto purchase and you have the number 6 button highlighted, then you have a certain amount of weeks to get up to a 6, and they will put in escrow your commissions. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, like when you buy a house and they put some money in escrow, it's on hold. Okay, and the same thing, it's on hold here. Okay, until you get, to that point and you purchase or you've earned that number. But you don't have all the time in the world. It's usually about 2 weeks. Okay, now, really nice site. Anyways, they got the account snapshot here. They've got your personal site here, your retail store, and a join and sign up at this point. And this is where you can get some links and stuff. And they show you who your upline is, and they give your username plus his email or her email. Okay. We get over here to like transaction history. And just to show you this, they're going to welcome me back. Well, thank you. Sorry I left. Here, what they do, they show you the money coming in, and they go instant commission. That's the key word, instant commission, because you don't have to wait for a whole row to be finished before you get your commissions. As soon as they become a 3, you get $10. Okay, as soon as they become a 4, you get $24. All right, as soon as that, you see down here, $24, right? Instant commission for financial literacy 4. Okay, and when you do 5 and 6, it's going to show up here. Okay, now, you see here, I have this at my balance as being that. So we just came into a period of time where, let me show you on the settings. Okay, this is really important. Okay, so everybody pay attention. Okay, this is really important because what we have here on product settings, we have the auto purchase buttons or levels, and that's for your literacy products. Make sure that you have product 6. You have to have that hot button there with the dark circle in it. Okay, as long as you have that, each one will be purchased when you earn your money, so you don't put any more money in. Okay, but you need to have that. Okay, monthly newsletter is the next thing. Make sure it's off unless you want it. All right, because if you have the money, they'll take the $29.95 out of your balance. All right, and then people down from you or up from you are going to get the $1 or the $2 or the $4 from it. Okay, now this is a new part of the back office, Starion subscription. I have it off. I suggest everybody keep it off until you're making so much money, okay, that you can pay $47 for it. And I'm going to get to that in just a sec of what that is. Now, the way that genealogy shows up here, not too bad. They haven't done too much of a reset here in the back. Loading up is always a little harder. They have an explanation here about diamond leader bonuses and all the rest. And they have an explanation of the legend. They took it from the top and they put it on the side here. And then they have your count here on your levels right in here, and the number that are in there. Now here is the genealogy look. So we're going to go to full screen just so it helps everybody to see. All right, and so as you can see here, all right, we're over on the far left. Let me get to the Okay, right there. Team spirit up right here. And you can see I'm not the only four, right? There's a number of fours on here. All right. You can see there's another 3 fours right there. Another 4 up there. And then we have some 3s, some 2s. And you move along, there's another 3, another 3. And I think that's Nancy right there. She's on here right now. But you can see that even when I get down, where am I here? Right down in here. That's my 6th row. Okay, that's 6th row, and there's somebody there with a 2, which means that this person has their 4 people below them, which is my 7th row. Okay, and as you saw the numbers on the side, the 7th row, I think it was 24, 29 people. Okay, that's basically in there. So that's the way that this whole thing happens. So when this all becomes full and all these circles are done, right, then everybody benefits, right? Everybody gets filled, and they make, whether they put them there or not. So that's the cool thing. That's what's going to happen, and that's why, that's the long-term goal. As a snowball starts rolling down the hill, we're able to take lots of warm bodies and fill those holes. Okay, and we just keep going down. Now just let me bring me out of this full screen. Just give me a sec. I'll take a sip of tea here. Okay. So remember those settings. You want to go there and make sure that what I just showed you is all part of it. If you want to pay it forward for people, you can do 2 things. Okay. You can, when you click this, they talk about a DPX card. I already have my DPX card. It came so fast. Now, for those in the United States, it's like $11. That's counting the postage. For those in Canada or outside of Canada, you're looking, or outside of the United States, you're looking at about $29.95. Okay, most of it's for postage. You don't want to bother going for express or courier, which is $80, unless you plan on bringing 1,000 people in right away, and you want to get your money at the ATM machine. So you can do it snail mail, and it still comes really quickly with snail mail. Now, you can do it a number of ways here. It shows you available balance, okay, and pay it forward reserve. Now, you add a link here, okay, to bring somebody in. You can do it all this way with your money that says $49 for the $18. Or the next thing that you can do is that you can take money out of your, let's say, STP, okay, and you could give them $18. Okay, then they can go in. People aren't going to run away with your $18 and not bother. If they did do that, well, I wouldn't consider them to be an acquaintance or good friend, but you can basically get them to, deposit the $18 in their STP, and then they can go and pay for it, and then they're in. They're using your link, though. Okay, so that's another way to do it. Or when you get enough money in your balances, you can just use your money in your balances, and you can get the link when people sign up, get their link, put it in there, and then they'll be upgraded from that point. Now in marketing here, we've got the Starin. Okay, this is the page. This is the new thing that they have. And it's a series of like tapes and that. And it's just teachings. It's like a course that you can take, to help you do stuff on the internet, to make money on the internet. And they have a Tony Robbins thing here where he's talking to These two guys here, what's their name? Frank Kern and John Reese. Now, these are both self-made millionaires by marketing on the internet. They did this on their own. When Tony Robbins does his promotions and stuff, he's making like 16, 20, 25 million dollars or more when he does a promotion on, let's say, one of his new tapes that he has or something like that. He just makes money hand over fist. But this tells you all the ways to do it. It gives you videos, banners, marketing presentations, email swipes to use. Swipes just means that it has body content in it. So you have subject line and then you have body content, and it's written by somebody professionally. Okay, so if I bring you here, just to show you what I mean, here's your email swipe, subject line. This would be a great fit for you. And then it starts with the person's name, right? Hi, David. When I jumped on this, I immediately thought of you. And anyways, they write it all up for you. Or this one, I saw this and thought of you. Okay? And how about welcome to the Four Corners family? You know, there's all kinds of them here that you get to use if you want to send out some emails. All right? The other things that you have you know, the videos, presentations, you got all kinds of stuff in the what they're doing. They're taking a course. It's $47, and they're giving you all kinds of material like they're in university. All right, and it's marketing university. Now, a lot of us, and I'm right with you there, I do not like to do that. I don't like to study it. I don't like to try to make it happen that way. I've been a lot of years in this, and I just do not like that part. And most people, it's the first thing they say. Oh, I hate this stuff. I don't want to, you know, go and send out emails and you have to get on the phone or, you know, do an autoresponder drip and bug the you know what out of them. But anyway, so this is what this Starion part is. Okay, when I go back here, I'm going to go back one more. All right, so we also have a lead funnel, all right, in here for marketing. Okay, and that's if you want to engage in that. Now, these are capture pages, okay, which you get to, there's pop-ups, there's a video play, and you can put those onto any of the programs. You can track it, you can get your visits, conversions, conversion percents, etc. And any leads from that, are showing up in your back office. Okay, what else do they have going here? Now here's the retail center. And this is your fifth income stream, okay? And this is why it's a fifth income stream. All right, you can see here I purchased like last month's Platinum Monthly newsletter, and then I got literacy 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't have 5 and 6 yet. Okay, but here's what happens. You know, when you go either click on it or learn more, this is number 5. Okay, we've got it tells you, you know, about investing, real estate, investing for impact, insider's guide, and you know, you go and you can add this to cart, and it says $150. All right. Well, how much are they retail? Okay. Let me get out of here. I'm just backing out. And I want to go to home. All right, now I come down here to the retail store, and I don't know if they're going to show this already. All right. Anyway, there's a higher price on all of these items here. All right. And it's a new back office, so I don't know where they're showing it. But example, on the $150 dollar one, which is the fifth level, I think it's $299. And so you get to make the difference of that. Okay, so, or the $300 one is $399. And so you can sell those products because you basically, what it happens, you got resale rights. Okay, and you download them once and then you get to put them anywhere on the internet and you can sell those to people that aren't even in Four Corners. You can give them away. People really like it when you're giving something away. But I wouldn't give away high expensive stuff. I'd give them the first level type of thing as a kind of a lost leader, so to speak. Now, people are afraid to click. Don't be afraid to click. You're not going to break the site. Just go about, doing whatever you do best, and you can go and click. Just click around. Okay, and here's the top 10 sponsors. Frank Calabro has 660, Coach Van has 640, E.G. Wade 261, etc., and it goes down the list. Now, I heard that Frank Calabro just finished in the month of January, finished the Matrix. He was first to finish it. When I mean finish, everybody was the right number, okay? So he did very well, but he's got a huge group, okay? And he's really good in his promotion. Doesn't matter where you go, you see a video of him, you see a letter, whatever. No, 47 is not a monthly charge, to my knowledge. Let me go back to the retail store because it's down here. Price 47. I think it's a one-time cost, Nancy, to tell you the truth. I just had my first look at this today myself. It just came in a couple of days ago, like the new site, and everybody got an email saying, yeah, just come in the back office, take a look at your new back office, and everybody's running around and doing stuff and gets busy, and it just doesn't happen. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's that it, because when I go back, it says platinum monthly newsletter. Okay, and that just had a price on it, and that was it. Okay, how about we have some questions? Besides Nancy always giving me questions here. How about you, Tommy? Got any questions? Now I see one of our stars here, Chen. He's on, and I'm going to be working with them. We talked about translations because, especially with the Chinese, lot of potential there. They really love this kind of stuff. It's funny because when you talk to people that really know the deal, they almost get insulted if you ask them into like an $18 program. Most of them are used to paying like $5,000-$10,000 and up to get into a program. So you've got to, but yet the potential is the same as them getting into a $10,000 program. So that's just have to make them understand that part, and then they're in here like white on rice, green on bean. Hey, we got Normie on here. Oh, well, I hope I hope he had a good time. Oh, to be 25 again, eh, Norm? Yeah, we won't see that again. Uh, even 55, right? Freedom 55. That's what they call it. Okay, so this webinar is going to be available after. The last one was also available, and it was available on our site teamspiritup.com. All right, and I'm just like looking at my Skype at the same time here, and I see Nancy, she put a new person in, and it was supposed to go check your matrix. Well, I do need to have the person's name, Nancy. If you want me to check it out for you to see where that person landed and why they landed there, and I can explain it better. That person was put with your link in it, or was it somebody else's link? I guess I got to explain that too. This might help everybody if I explain it in another way. Okay, let me go to genealogy. Yeah, but Tommy wouldn't have his name in there as Tommy. It would be somebody else, right? Yeah, but what's his kind of username? Is it Batman, Robin, Captain America? Okay, I'll show you in the genealogy here. Tell me if you want to put in what your name is on here. Okay, so here's Nancy right here. All right, and you're saying, what is your name on here, Tommy? Oh, you did Tommy 1. Okay. Okay, so Wealth 2015 was brought in by you, by New Image. It's all right. Tommy is also New Image. So your first 4 spots are filled here. Okay? So what happens, you thought that Tommy would end up here? Okay, the thing here is that it goes top to bottom, left to right. Anybody that's random coming in falls into that category of top to bottom, left to right. Okay, now since this person is under you and you have your first 4, right? And this is that first position here is full. That first position is full. That is open, and that was open. So that is the next position open. Okay, in the matrix. It's not the end of the 4, it's the first one because it's left to right. So that one is full, that one is full. There's 2 open here, but that's the first one to the left. So that's the one that Tommy lands in. The next one's going to be here. Okay, if it's in Nancy's name. Now, if Mr. Bill here comes along and gets a couple of people, they'll fall in under him, one there, one there. See, the whole key when you're going to piff the 4 people and get your 4 matching bonuses, you want them to be on this first line here. That's what it's all about. All right, because then as it starts building down, then you're going to get matching bonuses like pretty quickly because the people just directly below you are benefiting from you putting these people in on your 3rd row. Okay, and same with when Team Build starts putting people across and filling the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd row, and the 4th row, and the 5th and the 6th. You're going to get all that. right, that people will start getting benefit of that. So just remember, top to bottom, left to right. Okay, do we have any other questions? If Nancy puts another one in, if Bill puts in, all right, then it's top to bottom, left to right again, so it goes under this one here again. It goes right here. Okay, if Mr. Bill's done nothing and Nancy puts another in, then it's going to land right there in that one. Yeah, so you got that right, Norm. Yeah, it would, if Bill puts one in there and Nancy got another one somewhere, it would be put here. Now, once the second and the third person all the way across is full, then this person goes first, that one goes second, that goes third, etc. We're really lucky to have Norm here in our team. He is just so good at doing these matrices and placements and understanding it and what's beneficial, whether it was a binary or it's just a straight matrix or whatever it is, a forced build. Normie knows it inside out, so good to have on the team. All right, so we're about 9:43 right now, but let's, do we have any more questions here that anybody wants to ask while you're on? All right, so we got no more questions then? The video should be around in the next day or so. Let me put down in here there's the site, and you can see some of the previous videos there too. Okay, so I'm going to call it then an end. I'm just going to stop the recording here.